if we're talking about people needing to be in the free agency, I'm just gonna have to say it. There's one person need to be freed. Ricky Starks. He did an interview with What Culture the other day. They asked him why he wasn't on the card for Dynasty last month, or why he isn't on Double or Nothing card so far. Ricky stated it plain. He said, "Look, I ain't hurt." Even that night, he said, "I'm not hurt." He had to go there apparently get a physical or whatever, but he's a couple weeks ago. I think he was talking about for around the time of Dynasty. He may have showed up and let him know, but he said he was never on the injury list. There may have been some type of talk about him maybe being injured, but he said he's never said he was injured. Oh. He doesn't, but he specifically said he has no clue why why he's not in any motion right now. He said it sucks to not be on TV, but he did shout out the people. He said he appreciates the support and the people online sending him messages. He said it's very encouraging. So
cheesing.
Yeah, look at him. He know because
the first one.
He's sitting in the lab like, damn, free Ricky Starks. What? Let me put the filter on it. Let me get this picture because. Just be ready. I'm just saying, make sure you save a little money. But this is the frustrating time because, I mean, there's so much. There's potential here. If somebody signed this man and said, "Hey, you trying to go out there and cut a promo,"
he gonna have that shit on too.
That's all he do is shop.
Black
Rasslin YouTube. We had a whole conversation with the man. He got a shades line.
That ain't Timo.
Who got a shades line?
Ricky Starks.
He got a glasses line?
He's working on it.
Wait, that's not what you just said. You said he got a shades line.
I don't know if you can buy Ricky Starks shades, but what I'm saying is he's been taking out the trademarks for these things. Like
wearing shades.
The CEO of Shade is funny. No, he's into fashion and that's like his thing. He is 100%.
Is that what that is? Fashions.
Ricky Starks.
The whole Tupac.
How do
you want it? The how do you want it video.
There's a couple people I know that be ready to cut a promo if you start questioning their gear. Ricky Starks gonna be one of those guys that say yes. What is it giving? This is giving.
Give it Timu.
Is this Timu? Is this Timu?
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison. That's another.
Ashley Graham.
Ashley Graham is crazy. Stop talking. Ricky Starks would probably know what the business is if he showed up at the NXT Performance Center. Like, yo, you got to show up. What's your street clothes look like?
Well, we seen him working out and shit with the rest of the pro wrestlers in the
mistake.
What'd you say?
That might have been a mistake. I think
it was definitely a mistake.
Yeah.
Working in the dungeon.
It being shown like that because Tony, here's the thing.
He's petty.
Here's the thing.
Is he an Aries? Is he an Aries?
No, he's a Libra.
It's interesting to watch someone start to show signs, albeit a more irrational version of a person who they allegedly hated so much and thought was so bad and toxic to the business, and you start to do things that are like that person. Now, if Vince McMahon was doing this to Ricky Starks, it would be the worst thing ever. But it's a business.
Well, that's why you have to applaud him.
Yeah, it's a business. But now Vince is gone, so I'm going to see what kind of
hating on Ricky Starks. Nobody's hating on Ricky Starks.
I think he's talking about the chat.
Can we be realistic about Ricky's run and
talk about it?
How a great deal of it has been a lot of bad luck,
horrible luck.
Bad luck and bad timing has killed any momentum because AEW has looked like they wanted to put the rocket on Ricky 3 times.
The last time was with CM Punk.
How do
and
we
then
know AEW is not mine?
Hey, CM Punk was gone like a week later. They was teasing the match with him and CM Punk, and then it just couldn't happen.
He was saying in that article or that interview that CM Punk was the one that made his appearance so grand. It made it he gave him the va-va-voom. And the next week his ass was gone.
He started fighting them. Yeah.
The Vavoom was gone too.
He ended up being a tag team champion with Big Bill.
He ended up getting choked the fuck out by Daniel Bryan.
Oh, that's right. Ricky would probably be fine. What you gonna say? He'd be fine.
No, I was going to completely just ask the question if.
Go ahead.
Is it possible for WWE to run that same program with Starks instead of MJF? And would it be more successful than what it was in AEW if anybody else recalls?
Ricky, you saying the CM Punk and MJF feud feud?
It was Cody Rhodes and MJF. MJF was Cody Rhodes.
Oh, when he was whipping him.
When he was his main man.
Yeah, but it ended up with MJF whipping him. But you saying that beginning of AEW, like when they did the first All In.
Yeah, when that was his man's.
Probably. I mean, Cody Rhodes seems like he's down to help out his people. Diamond Dallas Page and the Dog and all them was out there in AEW for years because they was a Nightmare Family or whatever. I could totally see him bringing in a Ricky Starks and even doing like a I don't know if they would let him run a program like that, but like a Larry Sabisco, Bruno Sammartino type thing. Like, you're my guy. I'm going to bring you up to show you the ropes. And oh shit, now I learned everything from you. Now let me try and take whatever you got. Like, I could see them doing that, and Ricky Starks has got the chops to pull that off.
Yeah.
How long would you think it would take for Rick to make main roster? Rick is not a straight to main roster guy.
2 years, I guess. I guess you would kind of put him the same as where you put Mello. It's the same amount of.
But he could talk more than Mello, though.
That's true. It's the same amount of.
It might be a year.
I think he could talk himself onto the main roster, even if they didn't think that his in-ring was wherever it needed to be. He could be somebody's, I don't want to say manager, but somebody's homie.
I can't see him as a manager.
Yeah, not as a manager,
homie.
He would be the person that would be speaking for whatever squad or tag team partner individual. Because at a certain point, he would have to be the star.
He don't need Kofi's. He could be Kofi. I mean, Cody's Giovanni Vinci, like the slick nigga Wick Cody.
The Ludwig Kaiser.
They will put him on the main roster like that, or you mean after you built them up?
After you built
100%, yeah. Give him some time in NXT or whatever.
When it's finally time for Cody's heel turn, he would be the perfect guy.
Eddie James? What you mean he's 35? Wasn't Kevin Owens and them motherfuckers in there?
He don't have time. He's 35. He don't have time for NXT. Natty's on there all the time, isn't she? Baron Corbin.
Motherfuckers go back down there.
What's them niggas? Festus.
Oh, the gang, the crew.
AJ Styles people. The club.
Yeah, I know it was something.
Festus and Carl Anderson. They be on there all the time.
Festus is crazy.
Shayna Baszler be on there all the time. That's Festus. I didn't make him do the gimmick. That was his gimmick. Then the bell rang and he would kill you. I don't know, man. Free Ricky Starks for real. Free Ricky Starks.
Ricky!
Because why waste?
He talking to God.
Free me,
Man, couldn't Ricky Starks go other places and make a bunch of money? Like, not like if he leaves AEW and goes to these smaller places like TNA and NWA and MLW. He could be the man in those places.
Yeah.
I don't know if he goes back to NWA.
But I'm just saying his ceiling is higher in those places.
Absolutely.
And his money is high in those places.
Yeah, at the very least, he'd be on TV more. At the very least.
But then you also run the risk of not nothing.
Nah, what?
His friends are in WWE, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's where he's bound.
And his friends are of high esteem, especially one of them. It's why he keep getting in trouble.
Facts. Always showing up.
Nigga was in trouble for the I think the WrestleMania shit pushed it over.
No, that's what they're saying. That video, somebody was in the crowd and they looked up at the suites or whatever. They saw him going ham when Cody won.
I don't think he's in. I really don't think he's in that much trouble. They know he's gone.
That's what the dirt sheets are saying.
They know he's gone, and they know sometimes it just don't work out. And that's just what it's been.
It was working, cuz.
But something would stop, and it wasn't always.
Yeah,
they wasn't stopping him.
It wasn't working when
it was starting to work.
The name of that show.
It was working.
Collision started,
and then CM Punk left.
Yeah, no, but listen to the word you said. Started. It didn't keep going. It's because then it stopped.
I was saying, wasn't it working when the show started?
Yeah, that's when it was starting to work, and then it stopped working.
He was working before that because he just came out that program with MJF. Mm-hmm. So it was already working.
But even that got stopped when that weird stuff with the plane and he was leaving out and is he coming back? There was problems with MJF and AEW when Rick was dealing with MJF. Rick has just been bad luck, yo.
Yeah, this has been good for more people to see him, but maybe a Connecticut trip before a Daly's Place trip would have made more sense in the long run.
So, anybody know when his contract is out? Like, how long is his contract?
I don't. I was trying to find that out, and he's
not
like,
public, bro.
But he like to the point where like in the past he's been specifically been like, I'm not telling you. So I don't know when he recently re-signed. I don't know if he's due for a renewal or anything.
He re-signed in was that 21? It was 21, 22, or some shit like that.
It may be up soon. I'm not familiar with how long AEW does their regular contracts, but if you figure like 2 to 3 years, next year could be.
And no non-competes over there apparently.
Oh yeah, I would assume he would be jumping. If there's no non-competes, I would guarantee he's somewhere that weekend, the next week, maybe on the CW. Who knows?